All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Make sure we get this camera adjusted. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing this evening? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha. What up?
What's going on, everybody? You know, we are here to provide you with information that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
In your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself. All right. So, hopefully, y'all have been doing well. This past week has been a mofo.
If y'all feeling these planets in retrograde, just let us know. Put a 1 in the chat. If you are feeling the energy shift or the energy pull, put a 1 in the chat. If you're good and you're not feeling anything, put a 2 in the chat. We're just trying to see something right now. Because we know, like, we met a complete stranger yesterday. And
Complete stranger.
he was like, boy, it's been a heck of a week. And he bought us, what is it, sake?
Yeah, sake.
Yeah,
Yeah, some nice sake, raw,
unfiltered sake.
sake. Yes,
And he
that
was like, here, man, y'all just have this.
it's
So
fine.
it's,
Okay, Randy, you feeling it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so, okay, good.
All
Feeling
right.
the pinch.
Yeah. Hey, just know that you are not alone. Just like Michael Jackson said, you are not alone. But we're going to go into it because there are some lessons that can be learned from everything that we are experiencing. We are alchemists, and we have to remember that. Just like in the Doctor Strange movie, we have to, at times, use our own demons to do our own bidding.
Mhm.
And that is being a true alchemist, because we're not just all love and light. We have to recognize the other side of us as
So
well.
we can come into balance. You don't want to
Yes.
freeze to death, or you don't want to boil in hot water, or be in a hot situation and boil yourself up. You got to bring balance, right?
Yep.
So you need the hot and cold so that you can be warm.
All right.
You know, you need both sides.
And if we're coming in nice and clear, if we are coming in nice and clear, you all can hear us. The background music is not too loud or whatever. Please drop a 1 in the chat. If it's too loud or you can't hear us, drop a 2. So forgive me, my child is mine. Drop a 2 in the chat if you can't hear us or anything of that nature. Just let us know, okay? Before we get into it, because my baby got some notes and I want to make sure that y'all get all these nuggets.
Yeah, I took some really good notes today because I figured I don't want to just go off of the whim, because I kind of got some downloads as to what's really going on with the energies right now. So I figured we'll come on here and we'll share it real quick with you guys. So first we're going to start off with what planets are currently in retrograde and what does that mean, right? So right now I think we got Venus in retrograde, right? And we all know Venus is the planet that really deals with love, you know, things of the heart, matters of the heart. And we have Mars that's in retrograde, you know, that's the planet that really associates with war. And we have Jupiter that's currently in retrograde. That's a planet that, you know, deals with our abundance, expansion. And then we have Saturn, which is in retrograde. That's the one that deals with discipline and things of that nature and structure. So that
Law and order.
Law and order, you know, that one is in retrograde. So for me, this is the download that I received as far as these planets being in retrograde, how it actually affects us energetically, is because when they're going direct, right, they have a certain type of energy that they bring, right, or that we can tap into easily. So like I said again, Venus, when Venus is not in retrograde, you can probably tap into that love a little bit easier if you're seeking it on an external bandwidth, I should say. So right now you might feel a little bit maybe unloved from the people around you, your family, your friends. You might not feel as loved. You know what I'm saying? With the war, with Mars, who represents war, you know, maybe you might be in a sticky situation, right? Jupiter being in retrograde, Maybe you might notice that you're not as abundant. You know, maybe you feel a little constricted. You feel a little restricted for whatever reason, right? Saturn, maybe you're a person that's usually organized and, you know what I'm saying, you have a lot of structure. And for whatever reason, you feel like you're kind of thrown off a little bit. So things are really not like how it was. And so what I received from my download is that when these planets are in retrograde, it's not, you know, everybody, oh, my kids in retrograde, don't say anything. You know, everybody gets kind of nervous and whatnot. But when they're in retrograde, this is a time that allows us to kind of pull from ourselves. Because we contain all of these planets anyhow, all of these energies that the planets give off and whatnot, we have it within us. So this will be the perfect time for us to really pull from our own energy field, pull from our own source. Like this is a good time to turn inward and really build on those parts of ourselves, like the self-love, you know, the peace on the inside. You know, work on manifestation so we can create our own abundance, and definitely you know, set your stuff in order. Maybe it's time for a new way of doing things, you know, so you can use that retrograde to realign yourself with something different, something new, something you always wanted to do.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just optimizing the whole situation.
All right.
So, with that being said, this is what kind of led into this these lessons, right? That we could learn.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one that I got here that I pulled up, and I know you guys can relate to this, especially now with the energies that we're dealing with that's being ushered in. I know you guys can relate to this for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to know, life never stops teaching us, ever. We're in a school, that's why they call it a universe. It's the university of life. Okay, anything that annoys you is trying to teach you something. All right.
What is it trying to teach?
I want y'all to write these points down. I think I got like 6 of them. So write it down and really ponder upon it once you finish with this live. So anything that annoys you is trying to teach you something. All right. If you, for those of you who are in the live right now, if you've had anything or anyone that's annoyed you this week, put a 2 in the chat. Let's see where this is going, because I know I've been annoyed this week, right? And I know we don't got nobody that's holier than thou up in this live. So if there's anyone or anything that has annoyed you for the past week, you can put a 2 in the chat, because if that thing or person is annoying you, it is teaching you how to have patience. And so instead of looking at the person and blaming the person, you look at the lesson, right? And that way you can get the blame out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get the blame out of the way, you open the door to the lesson, right? Because if there's a blame in there, then you can open up the door to the lesson, and then you won't learn, right? If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that annoys you is trying to teach you patience. Always remember that. Whenever you feel annoyed, whenever you feel flustered, there is a lesson there, and it's something that you need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So so nobody's been annoyed this week. Y'all vibing high.
Are we coming in loud and clear?
Could y'all hear us? So
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, y'all. Hey.
Okay, y'all vibing high. Okay, so let's go to the next one then.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who abandons you, like if you felt abandoned this week, if anyone has abandoned you, that's teaching you to stand on your own 2 feet. That's the lesson in there. So look away from the person and look at the lesson. So if anyone of you feel abandoned this week, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. So y'all had a perfect week then.
Oh boy.
You guys had a perfect week. That's what's up. So nobody felt abandoned this week. That's actually a good thing.
Yes.
All right. So you didn't feel abandoned. That's wonderful. So the next one that I have here, anything that angers you, period. Anything that angers you is trying to teach you forgiveness and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for the whole week, did anybody make you angry?
Hmm.
If they did, put a 3 in the chat.
They're trying to teach you something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the universe is trying to teach you something. If you feel angry for whatever reason, if it's a person, if it's a situation, it's teaching you forgiveness and compassion, and it has to do with the heart.
Yes.
Okay, so nobody been angry this week? That's beautiful. Y'all are some high vibrational people. That is wonderful. All right, so the next one. Anything that has power over you is teaching you to take your power back.
Mm.
Okay?
So if you feel like you've been restricted in any type of way, it's just a lesson to let you know that you need to take your power back.
Mhm.
And a lot of us have been, for a long period of time, been externalizing our powers
Oh, for eons.
for eons. And so now going back through and reclaiming your power and then using it, it can be challenging and frustrating at sometimes. Because even with the question, has anybody frustrated you? Hell, you may have frustrated yourself.
True.
And that's where we got to have compassion for ourselves and understand that we're still learning, we're still growing, and it's okay for us to mess up from time to time.
Right.
It's just not cool to keep making the same mistakes over and over again.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, so nobody felt angry this week. That is good.
Mhm.
So the next one says anything you hate is teaching you unconditional love.
Now, here's the thing, and actually, Sleepy Joe brought this out that hate never goes away; it only transforms, and even more than it transforming, it just changes its look. It never goes away. Okay, and it's something that we have to recognize that is actually within us. But actually, you know what? At some point, yes, you can transmute that hate and turn it into something that's more productive. So, in the sense of what old Sleepy Joe was talking about, we're talking about hate that just ain't been dealt with.
Right, but it is teaching you unconditional love.
Because you can look at it and just keep pointing the finger and just keep projecting and be like, that one did this to me, and that's the reason why I'm in this position. Versus if you can take that around and just turn it around and have some compassion for yourself and also for the individual that's projecting onto you,
right,
then you can find some solutions.
Right, that's right. And that's what we focus on, solutions. All right, so now, so did anybody feel like they went through anything like I hate this person or I hate this situation this week? If you did, you can put a 2 in the chat, and you can know that whatever thing that you hate, don't put the blame on anything. Just look at it as a lesson that's teaching you something, and you embrace the lesson and you find a solution and you can move forward. Right? Next one we have is anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome whatever you're afraid of. So anything that you're afraid of is there to teach you how to have courage.
Yes.
Right?
And if anything that we've learned or through this whole 2020 up until now is that, of course, we know fear is false evidence appearing real, but it takes courage to even investigate to see if this is real or not. And so a lot of you have developed your courage. You're like the old cowardly lion. Now you got your badge and you out there, you just ready to put them up, you know? You out there and you fighting. Okay? So that fear, if you don't just focus on the fear, if you learn how to be an alchemist and turn that around, then you can actually find your courage.
A lot of us have fears, you know, and again, it's not real. Danger is completely different than fear. Danger is real.
Yeah.
All right.
Fear. You walk into a pit of snakes, that's dangerous.
Right. Now, fear is just the stories that we tell ourselves. Like some people have fear of being alone, right?
Yeah.
Fear of ending up alone for the rest of their lives. That's an actual fear. Some people have fear of death, you know. Lots of different fears that you can have, but it all stems from stories that we tell ourselves. All right. So whenever you encounter fear, it's teaching you to have courage. So just look at the situation, not necessarily the person or whatever that's bringing the fear, but look at the situation and see the lesson in it. And if we can learn to see the lessons, then life, it's a lot more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the next one here says, anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go.
Mm. Now, I know there's a lot of people out here that's trying to control certain things. And if you're sitting there trying to say, "Oh no, I'm not trying to control anything," come on now, come on, let's just be real, because in this situation that we're in right now, with everything that's going on, we're trying to find some way to control our reality to bring it to where we want it to be. And in some situations, yes, you can control your environment. But like somebody pointed out the other day, when it's raining, you can't stop the clouds from raining, but you can't choose to get an umbrella.
Mm.
You know, you can choose whether or not you're just gonna walk in the rain. Yeah, one of our friends told us how he just like walking in the rain. It's just freeing and it's just beautiful for him. So if that's you, then it's all good. But if you're that type of person that don't want to get your hair wet, you don't want to get your new clothes wet and stuff like that, then you go grab an umbrella.
Right.
Okay.
So anything that you cannot control, the lesson in there is to let go. So whenever life presents you with situations, always try to look for the lesson, because there's a lesson in every situation that you go through. You just have to want to see the lesson.
Right.
Leave the blame.
Mm-hmm.
Put the blame down and look for the lesson. Because again, the blame blocks the lesson. And therefore, it makes it really harder for you to come to a solution, at least a real solution that will be long lasting, that will actually help you to transform and evolve into your highest versions. You got to get rid of the blame, always look for the lesson, and then the doors to solution will open up wide for you. All right.
Yep.
So I know that everybody's been going through some stuff with these different energies that's coming in. So we just wanted to pop on here real quick because, a few of our subscribers been reaching out to us and letting us know how difficult the week has been going. So we just wanted to pop in here real quick and just offer a few nuggets to in. So I'm just going to recap this real quick because I did take.
Wait for this crazy part to go by.
This is a real wild neighborhood, I tell you.
And you know what? This actually made the last live at this particular location.
Yeah.
We just got some things in the works. We can't let that come out right now. But hey, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful setting.
It is. It is. So again, if anything is annoying you, that's teaching you patience. If anything makes you angry, it's teaching you forgiveness and compassion. If you feel like you hate someone or you hate a situation, it's teaching you unconditional love. If you have fear, it's teaching you how to have courage. If you feel abandoned, this is teaching you how to stand on your own 2 feet. If you feel powerless, this is teaching you to take your power back. And if you feel like you can't control something, this is teaching you how to let it go.
Yes.
All right. And let it flow. And just remember, life is always teaching us.
Always.
Always teaching us. You just have to pay attention and get the lesson.
Yes. And then with life teaching us lessons, we also have to keep in mind that we have to humble ourselves. Because sometimes we may get into the mode and feel like, oh, I already know that. I know that. Like, I already know that. But then when you know something, you don't open yourself up to receive more information to actually help you to expand and grow. Because that's the whole thing. And actually everything that's going on right now is that with everything that is going on, it is either expanding you or it is crushing you. Okay? It's one of the two is happening. Because as you can see, there are some individuals who are just not on this realm anymore. But for those who continue to stay on this realm, expansion is going to be required. Okay? So we have to be real with ourselves and understand that we do have to expand. We do have to elevate. We do have to upgrade. We do have to get on the same frequency as Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Terra, so that we can make these transitions a lot smoother. And that's one of the things that we recognize even throughout this week, is that when you're not in tune with Mother Earth, when you're not in tune with the energies that is going through this realm right now, it can be very chaotic.
Yes.
It can be very chaotic because everything is available right now. And when I say everything, I mean all of the good and all of the bad. Okay? But when you tune in with Mother Earth, when you tune in with your higher self, when you tune in to higher frequencies, then you can take your focus off of all of the craziness that is going on and put your focus onto the things that are going to help you grow and expand. And once you and we know wherever attention goes, wherever energy,
attention goes, energy flows.
There you go. Wherever energy goes, attention. Say it one more time.
Wherever attention goes, energy flows.
There you go. What my baby just said. So if you want your success, if you want your expansion, if you want your elevation, if you want your upgrades, you need to focus on those things versus everything else.
Right.
It may sound hard, but it's not.
It's actually pretty easy.
Cool.
Hey, Angie.
What's up, Angie?
What's up? So we got some people in the house. Michelle, Randy. Who else is in the house? Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Doesn't seem like tonight was a very busy night. But hopefully you guys can catch us on a replay. This is not going to be a long live at all. We really just wanted to keep this short and sweet and come in here and drop these tips for you guys. Maybe it can open up and give you a different perspective, because a different perspective is literally a doorway into different dimensions, whole nother world, way of looking at things. So yeah. So that's all we got tonight, guys. Not too long. It's probably one of the shortest lives that we did in a minute, but really wanted to make it quick.
Now, before we leave out, for those who stuck in to the end, definitely make sure you check out our Patreon. We got new stuff coming in on there. Once again, if you would like to book a session with us, you can go to our website and book your session there. Just click on the button that says book appointment.
It's real simple.
It's real simple. I don't know how to make it more simpler than that, y'all. But we love y'all so much. And last but not least, if any of this information has been helpful for you or anything that we have been providing for you up until this time, just look at my baby's bosoms and you see the Cashapp right there.
Really, babe? Right. You selling me now? I'm for sale?
No, you are not for sale. Okay. You are all mine. All right. But yeah, we're about to head out of here, y'all. Hopefully this information was helpful for you. And if you think it is helpful for somebody else, please share this video. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that like button and share it, and just put it out to everybody out here, okay?
That's right. Thank you, Angie. Thank you very much. I do feel like I'm in better spirits. This week was a really trying week. But again, we always come out on top.
Smell like roses.
Smell like roses.
All right.
So thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate that.
All right. So without further ado, we love y'all.
I love you guys. Peace out.